the big news, right? The news that has been taking over global headlines. That
Did
I mean,
you
we're
know?
nerding out. I don't know,
Global
but
headlines, I've never heard of.
Yeah,
look at
I
this.
didn't
This
know
guy-
about it.
these guys didn't even know.
I didn't know.
I'm the
swear.
only intellectual
Yeah.
here.
I get all my news from Facebook.
Yeah, like, that's the problem. Yeah, that's the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So if you didn't know, okay, and maybe I'm the only nerd here, but last night, okay, a potentially hazardous asteroid, twice the size of the Empire State Building, passed close to Earth It was at about 4:51 p.m. at its closest, and you can only see it from a spot in Italy. Okay, but the rock, which is called 7482 or 1994 PC1, which is when it was
comet,
discovered.
Right?
Yep. It passed within 1.2 million miles of our planet. Now that sounds far as hell, okay?
Yeah.
But that is the closest that any comet has passed next to Earth within the last 90 years. So it's a pretty big deal because it's given us an idea of how, a potential planet killer could end up into our orbit.
Another movie coming on here.
But
Asteroid
it's
movie.
much farther than any astronauts have ever been. Just
Sure,
FYI.
it's 5 times the distance between us and the moon, basically.
Okay.
So it's a very safe distance. Nobody's got nothing to worry about. It's not like the damn movie Don't Look Up. And it's traveling 47,344 miles per hour. And it's on an axis spinning. So this thing's got its own moon, kind of. Sound like following it, too. 47,344 miles per hour. Yes. Yeah, basically.
Yep.
And it's the closest, right? Yesterday was the closest it will come for the next 200 years. So it's a big deal because if you didn't get to see it, you might want to pay attention. I mean, the internet now lets you see shit whenever, but you're not going to get to see it live for another 200 years. We got a video. Let's check out the video. So right now, that's an image of all the comets basically that are known, all the asteroids that are known. That red line at the bottom are all the ones that are big enough to really destroy a planet.
Gotcha. Oh, that's it right
that's
there.
An image. Yeah. And what these are images from that new telescope that they sent up there. I forget the name of it.
Hell
James Webb
yeah.
telescope. Yeah.
You see?
I mean, able to see an image 1.2 million miles away. It's incredible.
You see, I mean, already the James Webb.
And these are pictures, right? These are hundreds of pictures that are threaded together to show you how this thing moving in space.
And that's very interesting.
Asteroid the size of
time,
like
distance. They measure galactus. I thought you were about to ask an actual intelligent question, Big Ace. But they're able to measure it basically based on things like the distance, speed that it's traveling.
Science, bro.
They use science. People are much smarter than us. But anyway,
that's cool. That's cool. And I'm really excited about the James Webb aspect of this because you said it. Only people in Italy could have seen this by the eye. And again, we're not going to see it for another 200 years. So I'm thinking about how people need to see this. I didn't know about this. Big Ace didn't know about it. Not that we were having anything to worry about, but it would be cool to know things like this is happening in our freaking solar system.
They tell us when we're going to have every time a BS eclipse comes on, well, they tell us about this.
That's
what I'm saying.
Listen, this kind of stuff happens all the time. There are asteroids constantly flying around, and most of them are insignificant. A lot of them get burned up in our upper atmosphere. But the largest asteroid to ever pass Earth was 3122 Florence that was discovered in 1981. This thing was freaking 5.5 miles wide.
Wow.
And scientists say that it's going to make another close pass to Earth on September 2nd, 2057. So there's something to look forward to. No, that same one that was discovered in 1981. Of course, it's not going to be nearly as close as this one, but we'll get some cool images. The cool thing about this, the thing that I stumbled across, right? I was like, okay, cool. I want to see this video and check out this comment. But then in doing more research, I stumbled across a program that blew my mind, and it's called DART. And this program that's called DART, it stands for double asteroid I forget what the R stands for, but
this crash is a spacecraft deliberately plowing into an asteroid at high speed.
Check this out. This is the plan for DART.
I see.
This simulation is due to happen for real in September 2022, 10 months after the spacecraft called DART took off from California.
So this is in case.
This is an actual test that is happening.
Designed to deflect an asteroid from potential doomsday collision with Earth.
On NASA's first
I'll fill you in on more in a
test to
second.
potentially
Because the
crash into
audio
an asteroid.
will go out in a second. But I
DART
want you
stands for
guys to
Double
hear
Asteroid
this.
Redirection Test. The DART spacecraft is cube-shaped with 2 rectangular solar arrays. Its 10-month voyage will take it 6.8 million miles.
10 months. So it launched back in
under the guidance
September
of NASA's
already.
flight directors until the last hours of its odyssey, when control will be
Or
handed over
November,
to
and it's
North
going to
Korea's
be,
onboard navigation system.
I think September.
That's
It's going to
when
be
it
ready
is
in this year.
DART's target is an asteroid moonlet the size of a football stadium called Dimorphos. The plan is to fly the DART spacecraft directly into the moonlet at 15,000 miles per hour, bumping
about
it
that.
hard enough to shift its orbital track around the larger asteroid.
And if you think 15,000 miles per hour against something traveling at 52,000 miles an hour,
Yeah.
it's a nudge. But they say it's enough.
It's enough.
Yeah.
And with enough distance, enough
Basically.
time, that nudge
You
becomes
make it look like it's
really
just
wide.
gonna float into it.
Yeah, and no, this thing is traveling, hauling ass
Basically.
directly at this thing to hit it as hard as it can. But ultimately, again, and you see the graphic here is going to show you the new orbit that gets created by the impact. Just like I said, just a little nudge, but enough to pass the Earth. You know, in the case where a planet-killing asteroid were to hit us, yeah, you're looking at the test, guys. What you're looking at, there's the new orbit right there. So just enough to pass over or under, the planet.
Mhm.
And basically what you just saw is the best plan that NASA, that the brightest people on this earth have in case a earth-killing, death-bringing asteroid was coming. Don't look up Armageddon, Deep Impact,
None of
whatever
that.
you name it, you name it, right? This is it. This is the real life plan that all the best scientists on Earth have.
That's a great
which
plan. I
is
was
crazy
just
if you
thinking
think about it. And it's happening real quick. I'm sorry. I want you to let you give your, but it's happening. They launched it. Like if you didn't hear during the video, they launched it last year, and it's on its way up there in September 2022. This thing is going to take off and hit that very non-threatening asteroid just to test if it would work. So we'll have an idea is if are we safe?
Yeah.
In case
you know what? I want to put
Why are we testing
That's
this?
my point. Thank you. I want to put my tinfoil cap on because why are we testing this like this? Like, I know that if there's a global asteroid coming, like we would want to do something, right? But it seems like it's so far away. We knew this asteroid was coming back 100 years ago. You understand my point? So I feel like we would see an asteroid coming with enough time. So why are they testing this? You and I wouldn't see shit.
Well, they're testing it because they don't want to have an oh shit moment when it's here, right?
But that's my point.
You
You're
get it right
supposed
now,
to
and you make
see-
the tweaks. You find out what's wrong. You find out what's right.
Okay,
You make
okay.
the adjustments, and do I need more power? Do I need less power? Do
Yeah,
I
I'm
need
just
better
hot.
materials?
Okay.
I mean, you want to prepare now. Don't you want these guys
Well,
working
you
on
said
it now?
This is the plan, right? We've seen the movies. We've seen what actually would happen. Well, we need a plan. We need one plan. This is the best one. We have to test it out. That's what's
What do you
happening
think of the
here.
plan?
I think it works. I think it
You
works.
think, right?
Yeah, from what I know, science,
I guess
right?
we're gonna find out.
Physics, if you give it enough time, right? Enough distance, right? A little flick of the finger might only move it a centimeter in the moment, but along that axis of time, that the centimeter becomes millions of miles, right? And I think that's the idea
dart.
here. Dart.
The dart.
Right.
I like it, right? Throwing a dart.
Bullseye.
Or is it kind of like throwing a dart at the wall, see if it works? I mean,
There
this
you
thing,
go.
by the way, only cost the NASA $350 million,
Whoa,
which
that's
I know,
$350 million.
That's
I know
cheap.
only sounds crazy,
That's
but
cheap.
that is minuscule
Yes.
in comparison to most of the more ambitious missions that NASA has put on.
Do
So,
more, man. This is fun.
I mean, that's pocket change for Elon Musk.
You know what? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Big Ace? Dart? No?
Big Ace he don't get down with the space
It's
stuff.
it's cool. I get it. It's just like, okay.
Mhm. When your
think it's
ass is saved or praying on your knees because they didn't stop the asteroid coming, you don't know why. Dart.
Sure.
Yeah, look at
I
that.
get it.
Look, Keith knows what the hell he's talking
Bam.
about. Change the orbital coefficient. Just change it, just even a slight bit. And over time, it misses that target.
This is that one thing that I was talking to you guys about whenever we were tripping is, if you have
Cash behind
two
the
lines
camera.
going next to each other and they're parallel, right?
Huh?
They're going to stay parallel forever. But if you change one of those lines in just half a degree,
Even a little bit.
even just half a degree,
Exactly.
Eventually, it's going to be.
eventually they're going to be so far apart that you won't
That's the
even know that
idea.
they started from the same place.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yep. So there's the idea. And you know what? I believe I saw it in the video. When you get the impact, you get an ejection
Yeah.
stuff that actually adds to the propellant. That's probably not the right word, but the thrust
The boost,
factor,
yeah.
the boost.
Sure, sure.
Call it whatever you want. but it helps.
Now, this thing has multi components, right? It's supposed to send out some kind of box. And this little box is really what is going to like take off with more information. It'll like turn into like a little drone that'll take off with more information to kind of, see what happened, test and see if anything changed. But ultimately, the satellite itself, that thing is going to crash right into the asteroid. I think it's pretty cool. I hope we get to see like live video of it happen.
You know what?
That's the important thing to remember, though. 15,000 miles per hour, because this thing is traveling fast, and that asteroid is traveling fast, somewhere much faster than 15,000 miles per hour. And you're right, Big Ace. It does have a very, very low margin for error. So much so that these guys aren't 100% confident that they're going to hit it. So that's why they're testing. Who knows how many times? Yeah, they're shooting a dart. It's hard to get that bullseye, and we're essentially trying to hit a bullseye from freaking 20,000 miles away.
You know what? I'm gonna put my tinfoil my hat back on real quick because I studied this a little bit. Asteroids are going to be the next. Help me out here. Digging, right?
They're already mining asteroids.
Bingo. Here's another test to get on an asteroid to see if we can mine it. Bingo.
Yeah, we've already done it. That's a thing for sure, bro.
That's the next step.
But there you have it, folks. Space, man. I think this shit's super interesting. Look, if in the case, I like the people that are on the job. I don't know about this dart thing. I hope they hit it, but I like knowing that somebody's on the job. Mm-hmm. We're sitting here, we're smoking and joking, quite literally. And somebody is sitting on the other side of a planet that is crunching numbers, right? Sweating, looking through a microscope to make sure that all of us have a planet to freaking wake up on in the morning.
Put one up in the air for you, sir.
Put one up for NASA, scientists everywhere. This is Frank the Tank here. And if you like what you saw in today's episode, make sure to hit that subscribe button below. And for all new fresh content, go ahead and click right on over there. Hey. Watch out, Big Ace. And if you want to watch some of our more classic episodes, go ahead and click right on that way. Every week Wednesday in the Cypher with the Potheads.